I was suicidal at the time, and I couldn't figure out why I had such bad urges to not be here. My husband started taking the fire pins out of our weapons and hiding them.
So how do you feel about doing this interview, by the way?
I'm nervous. I think I'm nervous because I don't feel like my story is as fantastical as Sergeant Major's or something. My physical fitness. I ain't gonna lie. I'm no runner. I will never be a runner. I'm a very big lifter. I can max out the deadlift without problems. And I could do every other event, but me and running are not friends. I would say a mask I put on at drill to make me blend with everybody else. They're crude and kind of uncomfortable occasionally. Not all the time. There's definitely times where I'm gonna miss. That's hard. But there's a lot of times where I was counted out. There's a lot of times where I was told I can't go. There was a lot of times where I was told they don't have space for me because I'm female, or they don't have an NCO for me because I'm female, so the answer is no, not all the time. Definitely. It's hard to win when there's always something against you, whether that being female or your rank or color, anything. I've been in therapy for several years, so I've always needed counseling. It's never the easy thing. And it's not a pride thing or something's wrong with you. Everybody needs therapy. And it's not like, oh, something's always happening. It's just easier, or it's good to have a professional outlook on your thoughts and a professional outlook on your actions, so you have a space that's safe that you can reflect and possibly change. Oh, yes. And it made me not as, I know it's counterintuitive, but not as soft-natured, and able to perceive people the way that they want to be perceived and not how I perceive them. Not everybody's out to get me, and that's based around anxiety and insecurity than it is about what they're saying. You'd see it. A lot of us lower enlisted have a lot of counseling. I remember talking to an E4 before he became an E5 about our therapist and how I wanted to switch therapists. And he said, well, my therapist is great. And, since I've been in therapy, I've been easier around people and this, that, and the third. I was like, well, whatever you're doing, I need to do it. I'd seen IBHS for the first time, and I was telling her about my work life, and of course here at the Pretty Palace, and at the 449th, and she was like, do you catastrophize people because you don't believe that they have your best interest in mind? And I was like, yeah, I do. I was suicidal at the time, and I couldn't figure out why I had such bad urges to not be here. And she told me, well, it's a lot of attached to your worth. sometimes it's just a bad hormone thing, and sometimes you're attaching your worth to what your husband says, or to what your supervisor says, or to what random E5 in the middle of the field says, instead of attaching your worth to what you know about yourself and how you feel. So small incidents like being yelled at could trigger me so bad that my husband started taking the fire pins out of our weapons and hiding them 2 doors down. And we have, till this day, we have very minimal medications in our house. Which that was a very impactful session. We talked for hours about intention and how to help me perceive other people's intention without it being something negative or brash or crude or whatever, I'm not defined by therapy, but I'm defined on who I've become because of therapy. There is a difference. Don't let people tell you that there's not a difference in between male and female in the military. But don't let that difference stop you from being the best soldier you could be. Yay! That's the end? Oh, that was quick. I can't believe I didn't cry. I'm a human first, warrior second, and this is my story. I'm Sanaya, a special spell to most, but Sanaya to people who are watching. And I'm a 15 Yankee.